So, guys, as many of the teams that we expect to really play for a while are those number one seeds coming out of their districts. We're talking about Mart, Crawford, China Spring, West. But every year there are some 3 seeds and maybe even some 4 seeds that win multiple games in the playoffs and make a pretty decent run. And it usually has to do with the strength of their district. I mean, they might have won a district in some other loop. So I'm gonna give you some 3 seeds from our local districts, and those would include University, who I just mentioned, la-vega, Gatesville, Lorena, Fairfield, Whitney, Rosebud-Lott, Dawson, and Bremond. So out of those teams, or if there's another 3 seed out there that I didn't mention, there are a couple others. Which of those teams has the best shot to play, let's say, 3 or more games?
Ooh, that's a lot.
That is a lot. You got to beat some good teams to do that. But somebody's got to be capable, right?
I'll let DJ go ahead and steal my answer. I know she's going to.
Okay, Chad.
I like that saltiness.
I like Dawson.
Okay.
I
bet that was not your answer. See, there you go.
Yeah, I mean they played some really good games. They were undefeated up until the point they had to play Wortham and Mart, who were also really good teams. So I think they've got a pretty good chance. la-vega's playing Kennedale. Is that how you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and that they beat them to start the season, and obviously that was what feels like forever ago. But I think they've got a pretty good chance at, coming back and beating them again. As tough of a season as la-vega has had. Yeah.
I like that. I like that pick. Dawson is, to me, that is low key a probably an underrated district. I mean, we know what Mart is, but I think Wortham and Dawson are pretty good teams. Wortham made the regional final last year and ran into Mart, and so they didn't go any further, but regional final's a good run. Could Dawson have that kind of run? Maybe. They got Maud right out of the gate, and that's not an easy one in by district. Maud is one of those teams that I feel like is always there in the 2A playoffs. But once again, just a little look at my picks. While Chad picked Maud to win, I did pick Dawson to win. So I'm a little there on you with you, DJ, on Dawson. What do you say, Chad?
Well, the answer that I was afraid was going to get stolen was the Gatesville Hornets. And it's a lot because Gatesville looks up in the first round of the playoffs and they don't have to play Carthage this year. And that's like Christmas coming early for them, I think. The last 2 years, 2 years ago, they kind of snuck into the playoffs and bam, it was Carthage right out of the gate. And they never ended up actually playing them because, that was the year that COVID-19 knocked out a lot of games, and I'm not saying Gatesville was this way, but there were some games in that bi-district round 2 years ago, the COVID year, where it was like, we got to play who? I think we have COVID.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good call.
And then last year they had a better season and really, more earned that playoff spots than they did in the 2020 year. And lo and behold, who do they have again? It's Carthage again. And I think they got beat 35-0 last year. So this year, going into the playoffs and playing Smithville, which is 4-6, is a whole lot better way to try to win a playoff game. Now, if they win that, they more than likely will play number 4 ranked Silsbee next week. So that's why I said, talking about a 3rd or 4th place team going 3 rounds. Well, the chances are they're going to hit, or especially around here, you're going to hit somebody pretty dang good in that 2nd round if you're not a 1st place team.
I want to know if Silsbee recruited some of its basketball players to play football. Silsbee is known for basketball. They usually aren't ranked that high in football, but this year they've been pretty salty. I can't believe you guys left the best pick for me, because I'm taking the defending state champion Lorena Leopards. Come on. I feel like this is the pick here. You know, I mean, they're coming out of a district with Franklin and Cameron Yo. They have played freaking great teams already. Lorena played West in non-district, beat the Trojans. You know, obviously that Columbus game right out of the gate is not going to be easy, but you know, Lorena's battle tested. I like the Leopards to be a team that can make a run. So
I mean, for sure, if they get, you know, it's kind of like when you got to get the ball with a minute and a half left in the fourth quarter and you're down by 4 points. If you get that first down, the second first down, all of a sudden you're real dangerous, you know? So I feel like that's Lorena playing Columbus this week.
Gotcha. A game that you will be at, by the way.
Right.
We tweaked our schedule just a little bit, but Chad will be down in Pflugerville to watch that one. Is that at the?
Well, it's kind of like, it was a tough call schedule making this week, you know, because you got University in the Austin area also playing, you know, and that's a big game for them. And then, but you know, you got the state ranked matchup. Meanwhile, you got half of Central Texas playing in, you know, Waco ISD and West and Midway and Robinson and everywhere else, right?
Yeah, McLennan County. We got a lot of good local games. We don't have to drive very far. If you are a fan, you should be able to find a good game somewhere.